Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my NASCAR Heat Ultimate Career Mode, where today we are racing in the Front Row Motorsports Ford truck for the start of our Truck Series Career Mode. Oh man, that is not what I wanted to hit. Sorry, give me just 1 second. Did I hit it again? If I hit it again, I'm so sorry. Okay, I didn't. Racing in the Loves colors today for the Shriners Children's Hospital, or Shriners Hospital for Children car. So yeah, thought this was kind of a fun one to do, so we're gonna do it. Our teammate is Todd Gilliland. I'm just going to prove to you all real quick, because we all remember what happened last season. Which is why we had to stop the Dirt Series so quick. Disable Rivals in Career Mode is on. So now we're going to load into the Next Era Energy 250 at Daytona. It's a 25 lap race. So I'll cut to you guys there. Okay, we are loaded in here at Daytona. We are not going to be doing practice for the super speedways. We are only going to be doing qualifying. I am not used to this car, but we're going to be starting in the back anyways. So let's get into it here. Here's a look at our car on track. Pretty cool. Glad we're in the Truck Series. Glad we're getting a chance to race on these bigger tracks. What I'm not glad about, though, is, well, that we're still only in trucks. So hoping we get to do some hot seat races and stuff, but that was never going to happen, especially after how last season ended up. But if we're able to just go out here and race good, and having super speedways means that we could win our first year. We do not know. In this series, for all you who are just now joining us, we'll be releasing every Sunday and Wednesday, at least while we are in the Truck Series. The uploads are going to depend on how long it takes me to record these videos and then edit them once we get up series. I do plan on editing this series, but I'm just not sure if I will yet. So as I'm recording this Friday night, I should be able to edit this. But if the recording isn't too long or too tedious, there's a good chance I won't. Because I don't see a huge reason to if the recording isn't too long. And it can keep you guys connected, and especially if the racing's good, like on these super speedways, how it should be. Not exactly sure how the trucks work here, as it's been, heck, I'd say 2-3 years, or 2 years probably, since I've raced in the Truck Series at all. But it is going to be fun to get to go to some of the other tracks, especially when we are in a lower tier truck, because somehow Front Row is a lower team in this. I'm pretty sure they won a championship this year when this takes place. Oh, as we almost hit the wall there. On lap 2 of qualifying now, which is something that's unique to super speedways. We get 2 laps. But it won't really matter here. I believe we do have a dirt race in this series. So that's going to be a fun one to go to, where we should have quite a bit of experience. But I've never raced on the trucks on dirt. So be prepared if that is in the game. Go decent in qualifying. 32nd. I believe that is the last spot. I mean, I see no way that it isn't. Yeah, it is. In qualifying on pole is our teammate of Todd Gilliland. So now our goal position is just top 30, which should be pretty manageable. We only have to beat 2 cars. But here for the Next Era Energy 250 at Daytona, Grant and Finger has been struggling all weekend. Joe Nemechek is starting in the back after failing technical inspection, And Zane Smith failed pre-race inspection. He is also starting in the back. So we're starting here in P30. The cars behind to push, which is something that I fear at these super speedways, losing the pack. But pack racing, we've seen how it can happen before when I've done other videos, but those have only been in cup cars. We're not sure how it really works here in trucks. We're going to try it here as we get ready to fly into turn 1. We get a draft for a second. We make a nice cut down there to the bottom. These trucks really do get loose with the draft. So if I remember anything from this game, they do tend to check up on this first lap out of the corner. Oh man, and that 4 car was just getting bounced around. I'm trying to pass John Hunter Nemechek, tag him a bit. And we are fast here, wow. Now pushing, or we were pushing Grant and Finger, now we're pushing Dean. I'm going to turn this on so that way you guys can relearn the names. This isn't really the most accurate truck series field, but tis what it is. We just need to get a push. Jason White in front of us, and then Ralph Lizard in front of him. 26 now following us. Tyler Ankrum. 2 more laps remaining in stage 1 here. Going into this season, we have 2 career top 10s in the Dirt Series. But we're not really going to be counting those stats from here on out. No wins, no stage points at all in the Dirt Series. And then starting maybe next week or the week after, most likely the week after. So not this upcoming Wednesday or the next upcoming Wednesday after that. But the third Wednesday of, or the third Monday, I should say, of March is when our World of Outlaws career will premiere. And that should be a daily series as we're going to be starting in the lower ranks. Now still pushing White here. We are on the final lap of the stage, and we're struggling to pass. And we do have on like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 times tire wear. We finished P28 in the first stage, gaining 2 total positions. And getting stage points was Ross Chastain, Natalie Decker, Johnny Sauter, Tanner Gray, Austin Wayne Self, Sheldon Creed, Spencer Boyd, Austin Hill, Riley Herbst, and Matt Crafton. No one's going to be pitting, so we won't either. I believe we do have quite a bit of night races here. It is going to be weird not having this as a daily series. In trucks, yeah, we might be able to pull it off, but it's just going to be a little more difficult. These truck races are definitely longer than the Dirt Series. So in the Dirt Series by now, we'd usually be starting like stage 3. And the farther up we move, the longer these go. And we just get abandoned in the middle lane and then get turned a bit and we start slamming around. We drop position after position. We're able to cut down MP31 and get a push from that 87 car. I'm just hoping like someone has a tire failure or something in front of us. And maybe that's part of the reason why we're struggling, but I doubt tires are the real issue here. Trucks are notoriously more difficult to drive at super speedways. But we are catching up a bit here. Now we have caught back up to the lead pack. 2 laps to go. We shoot it down below the yellow line and are going to hold on to this low lane. I think this is where we're better in general than a high lane or a middle lane, but the low lane tends to get stacked up and accumulate bodies and cars. I want to say the low lane's more dangerous, but I think that anywhere you are here on super speedway, you are left susceptible to any incident that happens in front of you. Ooh! And a caution comes out as I was shooting up to that high lane, and luckily it pulls me down. Finished P26 in stage 2. Everyone will be pitting, and who was that? Is it Ty Majeski? Wait, he isn't pitting. Did he pit last time out? I forgot to hit pit. You kidding me? So we're screwed here. I guess that's just what I'm used to doing from the Dirt Series. Because we couldn't pit in that series. We have 15 laps here. I don't think they will have to pit before the end of this. They might also, so we might have just done a great strategy, but they have new tires behind us. But we are leading this race, and a car has DNF'd.
That car there's on your inside. All clear, all clear.
I'm guessing that was Ty Majeski that DNFs. And we're holding on to the front of this pack. And if we can for the next 5 laps, and just hope that a car loses it behind us.
That car there's on your inside. Clear, all right.
Or a truck loses it behind us, and hopefully that truck that loses it won't be us. I'm excited for some asphalt road course racing. So we've led a lap, 14 laps left to go here at Daytona. Oh, as we're getting turned, and I can't pull up in the middle of a corner. And Ben Rhodes will take that, and he'll pull cars, and now we're stuck in the middle lane. And it was 3 wide there for a second, and we lose positions. As we just get moved by Austin Hill. Now Todd Gilliland behind us. Now we look to make a charge up to the back of Matt Crafton. Because Austin Hill's just doing an excellent job of holding us off. But we're going to be able to shoot it down on the low side of Hill and Crafton and get to the back of Ben Rhodes and maybe even make this pass. And we're holding on for as long as possible on fuel. So fuel light's probably going to come on this lap. 3 wide here with Austin Hill and Ben Rhodes. We get bumped mid-corner and sent down to the bottom lane. We're going to file in behind Ben Rhodes here, and the fuel light is on. We're going to bring it around one more time before we pit. Just hope that caution comes out. Oh. Side slide up track into Austin Hill. I'm going to try to shoot it low on Ben Rhodes, and it will not work. 11 laps remain. We are pitting this time by. If we pit from the lead, we shouldn't go a lap down. But without the draft, we probably will. And our tires are also low. We make it into pit lane. We're only going to get a can and a half. And I hope that this will be enough. As we make our first career pit stops here. A pretty fast 15-second flat pit stop by our guys. We go almost a complete lap down. And who was that car out? It is Ty Majeski. So here when the field comes around, they're just going to swallow us and go right past us. The caution comes out. Everyone's pitting but us and Natalie Decker. So I'm guessing Natalie Decker also had an incident there. And that might have been the greatest decision I've made in my career. So we're going to be in the head of this field with basically brand new tires and a full tank of fuel. 6 laps left to go in this race. And we are in the lead of it. It's 2 cars have DNF'd. Oh, as I cut it down way too aggressively. But that truck's able to hold on to it. I'm trying to block all the lanes now. And what a Truck Series debut this could be for us. Five laps remaining here from Daytona. We are at the lead of this field. As Matt Crafton has a charge on the outside, he will take it with Sheldon Creed going with him. We are stranded in the middle. We pull down behind our teammate Todd Gilliland and hold on to a top 5 position here. So we're going to have some speed, but regaining that lead is going to be tough. So we're going to pass Sheldon Creed. And now pushing Todd Gilliland, or we were for a second, but we drift off his bumper. Matt Crafton pulls down in front of us, and the 33 comes and pushes us up past Sheldon Creed, up into the back of Matt Crafton, who sort of half blocked our lane. And Todd Gilliland, our teammate, is up into first. we slide down to get some draft from him and bump out to the top lane, or to the bottom lane. 3 wide here as we get a push to the lead over our teammate. And our help has left us here. We are back to the lead of this race. With 3 laps left to go. So I guess up in the front of these truck races, it's a bit different than back in the pack where it's hard to make spots. And these front cars are struggling for speed as well. But you have a draft, it's a bit different than the cars in front of you having a more powerful draft than you. And already getting pushes. We're going to stay on the bottom. See if it works out for us again. It looks like it will. Oh! But the 33 pushes us and makes a move. And he just squeezes us as we keep our foot in it. Oh, and Ben Rhodes now with a move down to the bottom. We want to be on the bottom on this final lap. 2 laps left to go here. Sheldon Creed now giving us the push. Catch up to Ben Rhodes. So we are fighting for a win in our first Truck Series race here at Daytona. And what a win it could be. This could be a legacy-defining moment. So we pass Ben Rhodes on the back straightaway once again, getting a push from Sheldon Creed. We need to stay as tight to the bottom as possible, because if he can get it to work down there where he pushes us up high, that is exactly what he wants to happen. So he disconnects from our bumper. We're just going to hold it low here. White flag is in the air here at Daytona. We hold it down to the bottom. And the caution is out! We win our Truck Series debut! Oh my goodness. Could you ask for a better debut race? And we are going to burn it out on the front stretch of Daytona for our first career win. You never like seeing a race end under caution, but if it is, this is exactly the position that you wanted to be in. So I was scared if we were going to be able to do the same that we did there on the final lap. And I guess we never had to find out. So we are going to review that final lap, make sure I didn't squeeze anybody up and wreck them. We at least took the white flag on our own, which is something I really wanted to do. We're going to find that Truck Series logo and burn down on it too. So I believe it might be down here. As no, that's the Cup Series logo. It's on the other side. So this is just excellent. Just give me just a second to get back over there. And man, oh, thought I was going to keep it out of the wall for once during a burnout. And man, what a beautiful sight to see. The crowd at Daytona, motionless as ever. I guess they just don't have the Truck Series logo up. That kind of sucks. So here we are winning in Daytona with more damage on our car now than what we had in the race. Dude, this is where that caution happens. It's just up right in front of us. 45 gets turned and then gets sent down there. Let's see what all happens to him. Is he upside down? He is. He flips. That's interesting to note. Let's see if I can get a angle of that. And yeah, he sort of is just down there, and then he loses it on the banking, and then he sort of just slowly rolls over there. So yeah, and then this is where we didn't pit. I was curious, this is the run to the white flag. If you look back to the back of the pack, as here we are rounding the tri-oval, and we cross the line for the white flag. And then I think up into turn 1 you might see here, cars back there sort of lose it into each other. Cars spinning and they stack it up, and that is where the race ends. So now let's go and look at the race results. Winning the stages were Matt Crafton and Tanner Gray. Finishing in the top 10 were myself with the win, Ben Rhodes second, Sheldon Creed third, Todd Gilliland, our teammate, in fourth, Tanner Gray in fifth, Matt Crafton in sixth, Riley Herbst in seventh, Stuart Friesen in eighth, Johnny Sauter in ninth, and John Hunter Nemechek in 10th. And the real important ones, the DNFs, were Ty Majeski and Natalie Decker. Now let's go and see all the race stats. We did excellent. You couldn't ask for a better race. Better first race. And in point standings, we are in 7th. So we claimed no stage points. But we had an excellent stuff, and we are locked into the playoffs. I believe so. We already are. And just a victory road celebration for us and the boys, as this is huge. And we finished first with the fastest lap of 47.902. Matt Crafton led 7 laps, the most out of any driver. We started 30th, finished first. Wow. A messed up pit strategy really did us. Josh Rume started 8th, finished 30th. And yeah, and he pushed us to the lead for our first time. I'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. Here's our race summary. Finished first, earned $120,505, gained 32 fans. And we win our Truck Series debut in the number 34 car at Daytona. And we shouldn't have any stuff like that. Compliment Spencer Boyd, Austin Hill, Dennis Greason, and you see how they're not going up. They're staying at neutral. That means that it did its job. Congrats on your first truck win. Nice close win. Next episode, we were racing in Las Vegas. And now Todd Gilliland's our teammate. We can't get the reputation stat. So we're not going to be able to join the teams that demand a reputation. Sadly, we don't have a contract currently available, because otherwise we'd go and sign with it, or go and set up a contract for a top team for next season. But thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and come back next episode for our race at Las Vegas. Thank you all, and goodbye.